school liaison position approval, job description, and salary approval.
I'm here asking for approval to hire a school liaison officer. We are excited about this position as part of our team. As of now, the position will be grant funded, and it's grant funded through June of 2025. July of 2025, the health department will be taking over all financial responsibilities for this position. That includes salary and county benefits. With her experience and qualifications, our health liaison officer will be a great asset to our county schools and our health department. The officer's main goal will be promoting, protecting, and improving the health of our students in Pulaski County. Starting pay for this position is $24.86. The school liaison description is in our Pulaski County matrix, wage and matrix, and it's on your second page. And I highlighted it here. So it would start out at $24.86.
Is that a 40-hour-a-week job?
35.
35.
Is she gonna work at both schools, Edwin, or just?
Both schools. High school, elementary at West Central and Winnemac.
And Glenna, can you explain why this position is necessary?
Pardon me, I didn't hear you, Ken.
Can you just give everybody a brief description of why this position is necessary?
Well, mental health in our county is horrible. I mean, it's horrible. And especially in children in our schools, you know, a lot of kids in our schools sees 4 county, and I mean several. And with that being said, like, we have the school liaison will be like offering, you know, more programs within the schools, like children. I read that it costs, you know, other countries are laughing at us, okay, because we're obese. We live till the average person is 74. 10% of our pregnant women in our county smoke. And I mean, it costs $4,600 a year to treat an illness. Okay? It costs $5 a year to prevent one. So we need to teach our children young, you know, how to eat right, you know, be healthy, exercise. And that's basically what she's going to be doing, you know, offering programs. You know, vaping is a huge thing right now. You know, you go to these schools and they have these vaping equipment in all these bathrooms. You know, it's just sad, you know, and we need to teach them young. And that's what we want to do. Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I am in favor of having this position. I do have a couple of questions because the county is the fiscal body that oversees the financial things of the county. So once you transition this person from a grant funded position into a county person, are you using the money out of a certain fund from the health department? And then I have a second question.
Okay.
May I ask the second question?
Yes.
Okay, and the second part of the question is, if this is something that we're partnering with the schools, or the schools willing to contribute anything to help the health department to reimburse the health department
To do that. The second question, that's a very good question. I do not know that, but I will find the answer out. The first question is with Indiana, with the governor's initiative. We have this funding. Yes, yes.
Okay,
And that's what,
so it'll come out of that fund. Okay. And does that meet the criteria of that bill? There's certain reasons. We've opted into that. So having the school liaison
is one of the core
is one of
services.
the criteria that we need to do that.
Yes. And if we opt into this program for 2025, we'll get even more money. So, and I really don't see this going away. As
Right.
long as we meet these core services and
So the answer is the money's coming out of a different fund in the general fund.
yes,
From the person.
yes,
Maybe looking into asking the school.
they will help.
Yes.
A very good question.
The third part is, so the school liaison will be working with Fort County,
Yes,
like together.
yes, they'll be working together. They'll be partnering together, like what Fork County's offering, she'll expound on or start something different.
Okay.
You know, like kindergarten roundup, we need to have, school busing. You know, like the kids need to know what the stop arm means. You know, the kid needs to know that they need to sit in their seats. You know, so I think she wants to get like programs like that started, like, you know, just general programs.
Help the school liaison.
Yes,
A guideline.
yes,
What
yes.
the role
The state is amazing, and I should have made a copy of that, and I'm sorry. I will email you guys, each of you guys, a copy of, you know, the job description for the school liaison. But it is an amazing thing. I mean, I'm very excited about what we can do and offer.
Just to, follow up, Glenna, I did send out the copy that you sent me of the job description for the school liaison. So
Okay.
all the council members have had an opportunity to see that. And just for the council members' knowledge, that has been ran by, our, attorney. So it has been looked at and approved by them as well.
I do have one more question. So, since this is a new position, does she answer, like, if she has issues, who evaluates her? Do you evaluate
The
her?
health officer.
Okay,
Because she will be, the office is in the health department.
okay,
Okay, so, you know, that's where, you know, her hub is. But she will be in and out of the schools. And like in the summer, she'll be setting up programs, get the program started. Yeah, but the state has been wonderful with all these.
Core services we have to offer and the key performance indicators that we have to reach. They have training
For everybody.
like our new,
School nurse.
not school nurse, our new health nurse that's starting. He has, I mean, like for the first 2 weeks, he's job shadowing at other counties and the state's coming in to train, and so we're excited. And we did apply for a grant for vaccines, and thank goodness for Leanne Wright. Basically wrote the grant, and we did receive it. However, I don't know how much. But if we get what we applied for, you will see our health department mobile, you know, everywhere setting up for children's vaccine. So,
Anybody want to make a motion to approve this new position? Got a motion second to approve the new position for the health department. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Everybody raise their right hand. Motion carried.
thank you.
Yep. Next thing on the agenda is the Community Foundation. Ann? Right.
Hello, my name is Kay Beal. I'm the board president. That's all right. And I'm just going to read this statement. As forward-thinking elected officials who care deeply about Pulaski County, I would like to invite you to attend upcoming community listening sessions to hear what your constituents are concerned about and what ideas they have for the future of the county. The Indiana Communities Institute from Ball State University will be coming to Pulaski County to facilitate these sessions. They will be held for 5 consecutive Thursdays, starting from May 23rd, and will be held in Winnemac, Francisville, Star City, Majereville, and Monterey. Indiana Communities Institute will compile the information gathered at all of these events into a strategic visioning report that will be shared with you for consideration. I highly encourage you to attend one or more of these sessions, and I'll pass out the information about the dates, times, and locations. And thank you for your time and for your service. I look forward to seeing you at these sessions.
Thank you. So is all 5 weeks the same program or different questions?
It will depend on what people ask at these sessions.
Okay, at the,
Yeah, it's more, it's listening, it's not so much
okay,
a presentation.
thank you. Hey, what was your name again? Kay, spell your last name?
My last name is Beal, Beall. The first name is Kaye.
Okay.
Two
Thank-
hard names.
What's that?
Two hard names.
Thank you.
Could I also ask that you email out a copy of that so I can have a copy?
You'll actually get a postcard in the mail, snail mail, sometime in early May. But yeah, we'll get it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next thing on the agenda is EMS, Brandon, PTO adjustment and grant additional.
Good evening. We will start out with the grant. So Pulaski County EMS was awarded 2 grants. One, sum of $30,000 to send 3 students to paramedic school. And the other one was for $34,302.93 for an AI training man. The one for the paramedic school, we do not need to ask for an additional yet. Have anybody interested in that? Just plus we don't have any classes that are upcoming. Next class is going to be in January, so we the AI training mannequin, it's 100% reimbursement. So as I ask for this additional, that once we purchase it, we will get refunded all that money back. This AI training grant uses the artificial intelligence technology. The skin will change color. It actually has heartbeats, talks to you. You can set up scenarios with it based on the care that's provided to the mannequin. It will have it get better, decline. They're a really great training opportunity for our training institute and for our employees.
Is there any yearly fees with that or anything? Just
No.
buy it and it's yours?
Yep. There's also a couple, I forget what they're called, the virtual reality goggles that is part of this. That may have fees based on, so if you purchase a particular training session with it, there may be fees with that, but that would be separate, and that's something we purchase on our own through our budget.
I got some questions.
Go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, I apologize. Some of these aren't questions about what you're talking about. I wanted to send you an email and didn't get it done. So if you don't know these, that's fine. You can email me. How many employees are you short now?
As of May 1st, we will be short just
And how many calls per month do you guys get?
last year was 1,700 for the year.
And do all your calls go through dispatch?
Yes.
Everything you do would go through there? I know you do some ambulance, or used to, for the hospital. Those didn't go through dispatch, did
Those do not go through.
Do you still do that?
Yeah.
Those transports, what you called them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, we will tell dispatch, so it probably does get CAD system.
Okay. You do exit interviews on employees that leave?
Try to.
You keep track of that somehow where we can look at that and see what they're saying on why they leave, or you keep track of it somehow?
I do not keep track of. I do keep the letters that they submit.
Do you have a kind of a general feel on why they leave?
A little bit of everything. A lot of it's pay. They go to other agencies to basically so other agencies pay more per hour, but then they also work a little bit less hours. They leave to go to other agencies to make about the same yearly salary, but work 15, 20 hours less a week.
Then where are we at compared to other EMSs in the local area? I know I could probably get that from Nathan, but you gotta have a feel for it, where we're at as far as pay. Are we below, average, above?
As far as yearly salary, we're probably somewhat similar, but for hourly, we're
And then this mannequins you got, that sounds pretty cool. Now, will you guys do like trainings for, I don't know, the hospital or anybody that needs like their CPR training? Would you use that mannequin for that?
I don't think we can use it for CPR training because AHA requires a certain feedback. We do have mannequins for that, but absolutely right off the bat, we will use that for our own people. We can use that for the local fire departments, for their first responders. Probably even do something for anybody in the county. Looking into the future, we would like to build on our training institute. So it'd be nice in the future to be able to take that and other EMT classes that say Cass County puts on, Soul puts on, help them.
Thank you.
What's that cost? Did you tell us that?
The mannequin,
Yeah.
it was, with the mannequin and the 2 goggles, it was $34,302.93.
So that's all grant. It's really free because you're getting it paid for.
Yep.
Grant, right?
100% funded.
Who wrote the
No
grant?
county
Just to
match.
Be curious, and it doesn't really matter.
Tom
Or not
McKee.
who wrote the grant, who's giving the grant?
Oh, who's giving? I believe this one was through IDHS.
Homeland Security, right? Could use a motion to
I'll make the motion.
approve it. Anybody second?
What are we making a motion for on the grant?
Approving the grant.
Okay.
Okay, Jeff made a motion. I hear a second. I got a motion, a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion carried. Thank you.
Then the other thing was the PTO. So been talking to a lot of the employees and see like, what are some things we can do to make our service look like a service that people want to come to? One of the things that comes up is PTO. And I was looking at the handbook on page 35, which gives the PTO numbers. And I sent this to you beginning of March. You guys remember getting that sheet? So all the way to the left, I have the lifespan at work. So that has the percentages and we're far higher than everybody else. Then the next column is hours worked per year, and that's no additional time. That's just their regular schedule. And then in the columns to the right of that, I took the total hours worked per year and divided it by the hours of PTO given. As you can tell, every department, like for the first year after 90 days, each department's at 0.023 or 0.022% of the hours worked. We're at 0.016. And that moves on to each column. And so what I'd like to ask for is just to kind of get our numbers up, fit similar with the 35-hour schedule, 40-hour schedule, and the sheriff's 86-hour schedule. Just kind of bring it. That adds 1 day for the first couple, and then after 11 plus years, that adds 3 days.
Will you have trouble like covering those shifts when those people are asking for that extra time off?
It depends. Like, we've been 2 employees down here for the last couple months. We've had some difficulty, but we've gotten through it, but we're at full staff.
You got, say the position you have open, you got people you're interviewing now or nobody even applying, or where you at on that?
Yes, so the additional open position, I've got one that we're going to be interviewing soon.
So you got people then applying, so.
You guys want to look at that at budget time? Figure out the cost, or
Yeah,
now? I don't know. It seems like that's a lot of information to look into, and we could, what budgets, we could see how it's going.
well, I also believe that the commissioners set the benefit packages. They set, vacation, holidays, things of that nature. So that would be also something that would have to be, ran through them as well to be able to be approved.
Okay, it was my understanding the council handled that, but I can run it through the commissioners. And then I'll also put together with our current employees what it would add to that budget. That out to you guys.
That'd be helpful.
All right,
Yeah,
any questions for me?
got one here.
So I'm a little confused. So does the council just approve your grant, or they approve an additional because of the grant? I'm confused.
It should be an additional, right?
Yeah.
Pay it and then we have to get reimbursed.
So the motion was to approve for an additional be advertised
Yes.
for you for the 34,302.93. Is that correct? Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you. Well, the next thing on the agenda is transfers. We have $750 from telephone to dues and subscriptions. This is for the health department, and $3,000 from miscellaneous services and charges to part-time help. The only transfer we have. Anybody want to make that motion?
I'll make it.
I'll
Go ahead, Ken.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the transfers as presented.
Okay, we got a motion and a second from you, right, Jeff? Motion and a second. Any discussion? Discussion. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Like everybody raised their right hand, so carries. Now we got additionals that need to be advertised. We have Superior Court, we have $16,065, examination of prisoners. And then there was a highway one that didn't get advertised, but we already approved it, so I don't really know if we need to approve it. I just want to make sure everybody knew that. And then a cumulative building, it didn't get advertised. It will be advertised next month. See at the bottom agenda, you see? So we really only need a approval to do this, Superior Court, correct?
And I'm happy to provide some explanation if you need some.
Examination, sure. Tell us.
For my budget each year, we include examination of prisoners, normally runs around $8,000. What that's for is if there is a question about competency with regard to a defendant, it can be brought up by any person or the court. Unfortunately, this case was a special judge case, which means that I don't have jurisdiction over the case. It gets assigned to another judge in another county because of a conflict that I have with the defendant. And so that's what happened in this case. And so in a competency hearing, we have to assign at least 2 physicians. One of them has to be a psychiatrist. It's required by statute. And so unfortunately, in this situation, that happened, it's drawn out for some time, and I got a bill for $16,000. I called the other judicial officer, what's going on? I have to go to my counsel and ask for this. And so I had him call the physician. He called the physician, who indicated it was a very complicated case. And so she's not willing to back off of it. I did talk with Kevin about if there was any recourse, anything that we could do. He indicated that there was anything that we could do out there. So I apologize. I don't like to ask for additional.
Like you don't have a choice.
I probably shouldn't say that. Especially if I want that person to ever take any of the cases.
So we need a motion to advertise the additional.
I'll second.
Got a motion, a second to advertise the additional for Superior Court for $16,065. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Ken, you raising your right hand?
Yeah,
Okay, looks like it. Motion carried. Now we got additional, the courthouse project, $12,750,000. What'd it come in at, Nathan?
We won't have a precise answer till Tony and
Blank has gone through those, but about 12,350 all inclusive.
And that's what you've already spent. That includes that.
Yeah, that includes costs that, because most of that has been the design, and that's part of the 12,450.
I do have something that I want to say on the courthouse, through our debate and other conversations that have been had in the community, there's been comments or, discussion about, whether there have been options looked at, different ways of doing the courthouse. And I did a little research all the way back to roughly, at the end of 2013, when that group of commissioners and council came in. Every group of commissioners and councils since then, up and through us, have looked at the courthouse. So it's been made very evident that the courthouse needed some kind of repair or replacement or some kind of option put in. And we have. There's been comments made that, the council didn't do its due diligence, commissioners didn't either. Researching things. We have spent at least 4 years or better of this council's time looking at options for the courthouse. We've looked at everything from a commercial style building, which doesn't have the longevity of our courthouse to begin with, and the cost to demolish the courthouse and replace it with that building comes out to be a worse money. So, as for saving the taxpayers money by doing that kind of a project, it wouldn't save future taxpayers because the longevity of it is 50 to 70 years. So, and then, there's been comments like a pole barn type structure. Well, I don't think that's really even feasible in our type of situation, for our employees to work in and all. So, we have done our due diligence. Nobody from outside or inside the council or commissioners has brought up any other plans. We've researched this with experts. These are not, people that we've tried to just pick off the street and talk to and using our knowledge because we're not experts in this. So I full-heartedly believe that the renovation of the courthouse is the proper direction to go. That courthouse has been here for 125 years. If we repair it correctly, and I believe it will be because of all the work that's been put into it, that courthouse is to stand for another 125 years. If we do our responsibility as a council and put together funding for continued improvements over the years. We can't bind other boards, so I can't say what they'll do in the future, but all we can do is our part. This courthouse will be here for, it'll be 250 years old and still be standing there. It'll be something that, it'll be part of our history as our county. So I'm here to make a motion to pass the additional for the $12,750 for the courthouse project and move this thing forward. One other thing that I'll add is people say we don't get things done. We've got a lot of things done, and this is one thing that I want to see finished.
You said 12,000, it's 12 million.
12,750,000, yes, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, I got a motion. I hear a second.
I'll second that motion.
I got a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Would it hurt to just wait to see what Nathan's got to say with Ton and Blank? I mean, we're only going to be out another 30 days.
So Brad, I think, and Laura, correct me if I understand this incorrectly. If you approve it tonight and then Ton and Blank and I dive into this and find, whoops, we misread something, it's actually over. I think the worst thing that happens is you have to rescind the appropriation. You can appropriate a budget, you can take it away. So if that happens, come back next month, say we screwed up, we didn't ask the commissioners to execute the contract, take it away.
I mean, they cannot.
You're probably right, Laura, it has to be advertised, but you can do that, Brad. You can just.
Say that again, Ken. Everybody was talking. We didn't hear you.
I was gonna say, they can't spend any more money than what we approve. So if the bids would add up to be more than that, then it would have to be, either the bids would have to be re-lowered and done again, or it would have to be adjusted.
Well, I've heard some fuss from the commissioner side, but if we appropriate the money, it's their decision. It's their building. It's not our building.
Correct. You're 100% right, Mike.
It's their building, not ours. We're appropriating the money. Granted, yeah, we are. Any other discussion? A lot of money.
What about reworks? Is that going to be, if they run into something else as they are in work on it?
Yeah, what do you call it? Change orders?
So the total, that 312,350,000 or give or take, that already includes 10% contingency. And then we've got that additional 350 to 400,000 under that we'll be able to have for that. So, I mean, something really bad comes up, we may have to spend some time making sure we find the right answer, but we've got a little bit of padding to address those situations.
Any more discussion? I got a motion and a second for the additional. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, raise your same sign. Next thing on the agenda is approve and sign the regular meeting minutes. Have them here. I don't know if they're, from 2/12/24 and 3/11/24. I'd entertain a motion to approve them.
I'll make the motion.
Anybody want to second it?
I second it.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? The vote is raise your right hand if you approve. Everybody approved? Carry. Now we need the discussion from last meeting. Laura and the Sheriff's Department looked over the sheriff's matrix with the 20-year longevity rates. I think everybody's seen it. If not, it's right here. We need a motion to approve that, or
I'll make a motion.
approve.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by raising your right hand. Everybody raise their right hand, motion carried. Now we got a revised wage ordinance for 2023 and first quarter this year. That is, I don't know if you guys understood this. Laura explains to me. Laura, can you just explain it to him? You explained it to me.
Well, the 2023 wage ordinance, usually every month, I bring in a wage ordinance revision for anybody who has met the longevity scale or whatever, and their wages have changed, or they have done something like gone from full-time to part-time, part-time to full-time, whatever. In 2023, all of those were missed. So we're kind of working backwards, but this is 2023, and then we've got the first quarter of 2024. I do want to note that there were a list of things that happened in 2023. There were 58 new hires, 16 rehires, and 58 terminations in 2023.
So we need a motion to approve this as presented. Willing to do that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I hear a second. I got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Everybody raise your right hand. I forgot to
Yeah.
look. Okay, yeah, motion carried. Next one's pretty much on all agendas, I think, the matrix and payroll discussion. I don't know if we have anything here. Anybody want any discussion on that?
Well, I think it still comes up with like I think the sheriff's office, I think county highway, on the part-time stuff. And then in our meeting we had with Kevin, it was brought up, there's I think almost 80 part-time employees. Because I was really kind of thinking that with the county highway and with the sheriff's office, their budgets, you know, we put so much part-time money in there that we would be able to not change a bunch of work for Laura by raise that. I'm sure there's some stuff we have to work on. You know, it just wouldn't open the door. They would still be some, I guess, controls there about how that money's spent if, you know, if it comes out of their part-time budget. But I think Kevin said that, you know, some of the stuff we were talking about at that meeting, if we raised some of those, every part-time employee, it was a huge amount of money.
Yeah, it was huge amount.
So I guess I would still bring up, and I guess I don't have a problem with Mike that we're so close to the budget talks now to throw that in, because I know EMS is going to bring some stuff this meeting to their budget. Probably address that some more.
Yeah, we were
Probably
just,
a better.
I don't want to put names, but we were discussing the sheriff's matrix on some of the part-time help that's been there 20 some years, you know, 1605 or 10, which is, you know, I don't know if they're happy with that, but.
Well, I don't know that you have an animal control person yet, do you? So nobody's even applying for that job. And I don't know, I haven't really got to talk to Gary about his part-time employees to see. So, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think we ought to make sure we discuss it at budget time. Like you said, it's not very far away.
And I think that way, at least they know that we're looking at it and we want to get it fixed and keep this from popping up there.
I think it's just on there, right, Ken? Do you just put that on there just to aggravate me?
It's just more to make sure that we keep the thought for the time that it's right to do, you know.
Okay. Sure.
So,
This number 5 is,
it's on this matrix.
okay.
So, budgets are open May 1st, and they go through June. And I'm sure that the departments will want to know when they're putting their budgets together, if there will be any kind of raise, like a 2%, 3%, whatever it is. So those are things to think about. I'm sure you don't want to decide that tonight, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention that you may want to say something at the next meeting, and let them know what they should put in their budgets for wages.
I agree.
So, in my opinion, I think they can always ask for whatever they are anticipating they want their part-time help to get, and then as the budget meeting progresses, we can discuss it as a council and see how we want to move forward.
So it's a free-for-all, and they should put in whatever they want. We're not talking.
I wouldn't say a free-for-all.
We're not talking just part-time. We're talking part-time, full-time. They generally want to know.
Well, full-time, we addressed the wage study last budget cycle, correct? And we were told the sheriff's department wasn't going to ask for anything this budget cycle. And I think I don't know what we agreed upon with the other department heads.
They used to put in 10%, right?
Sometimes I think that's what the general.
Yeah, that way you can, because you can always go down. So always put in 10. So, I mean, at part-time, I don't know. Part-time we didn't give it to them last year, and inflation was what, 8%? 15? I don't know what you guys are
No,
thinking.
the part-time just got the 3% cost of living raise that came out.
Yes.
But we're asking what department heads should put in for part-time help when they create their budget. How much?
I think Laura's question was for the whole budget.
Yeah. Yeah, normally we give them some guidance as to how much to request for, for raises for that year. And like I said, it's either everybody, last year it got a little murky. It seemed like people put in different things because there wasn't a clear number, but usually, it's between 5 and 10% that, like Mike said, there forever it was 10%. I think one year it was like 5% or 3% that they put in.
I think it's better to come up with a maximum. That way, in the calculations, that we don't have to refigure it. We know otherwise, let's just say if it was 10 or we're 1 in 5, they do 10, then you have to go back and refigure all that, change all the figures. So I'd like to see us do whatever it is, do a maximum.
I would too. It would be when we're sitting here at budget time, it's so much easier if it's just 10%. But we don't have to make this decision today.
No.
I mean, I think we should, but I mean, everybody needs to think about it. And, get to Laura, and wherever we make it, we make it. Any more discussion on number 4? Anybody have any board reports? I don't think I've been in a board meeting forever. Spring break canceled them and can't get a quorum at solid waste. Okay, any public comment? Yes.
I would like to thank the town council for passing the additional for the courthouse. Thank you, kudos, it's been wonderful.
You're gonna keep that floor, right? You're gonna keep that floor, right? Okay. Me and Kathy had a discussion the other day about the floor. Next commissioners meeting is Monday, 4:15. Next council meeting is Monday, 5:13. Next joint session is Monday, 6:10. Do I want to make a motion to adjourn? Got a motion, everybody second? Second, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, motion carried, meeting's adjourned.